Good morning. Welcome to the interview. Please take a seat. Good morning, sir. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. You're welcome. I hope you didn't have any trouble finding the office. Not at all, sir. Everything was easy to find. Good. So, are you ready to begin? Yes, absolutely. I'm ready. And now, the interview begins. Let's start with a very common interview question. Tell me about yourself. Certainly, sir. My name is Rahul. I graduated with a degree in marketing from Dhaka University. For the past 2 years, I've been working as a junior marketing officer. In my current role, I've worked on social media marketing, content planning, campaign management, and customer communication. I've also managed several digital campaigns. One of our recent campaigns increased social media engagement by around 40%. I'm a quick learner, and I really enjoy solving problems and working with a team. That's interesting. You mentioned that you manage several digital campaigns. Could you tell me a little more about one of them? Of course. One campaign was designed to increase engagement among younger customers. I worked closely with our content and design teams. We created different types of content and tested their performance. Then we analyzed the results. Based on customer responses, we changed our strategy. In the end, the campaign performed better than our original target. Very good. So you didn't just create the campaign, you also measured the results. Exactly. I believe good marketing isn't just about having creative ideas. It's also about understanding the results and improving the strategy. That's a good point. Okay, let's stop here for a moment. এই প্রশ্নটা খুব important. Tell me about yourself. মানে, আপনার সম্পর্কে একটু বলুন। এখানে একটা কমন মিস্টেক আছে। অনেকে নিজের পুরো লাইফ স্টোরি বলতে শুরু করে দেয়। কিন্তু ইন্টারভিউয়ে আপনার পুরো বায়োগ্রাফি দরকার নেই। আপনাকে ফোকাস করতে হবে 3টি জিনিসের উপর: এডুকেশন, এক্সপেরিয়েন্স অ্যান্ড অ্যাচিভমেন্ট। শুনুন কিভাবে আনসার শুরু করা যায়। I graduated with a degree in marketing from Dhaka University. তারপর এক্সপেরিয়েন্স. For the past 2 years, I've been working as a junior marketing officer. এই স্ট্রাকচারটা খুব ইউজফুল। আপনার প্রফেশন পরিবর্তন করে নিজের জন্য ব্যবহার করতে পারেন। For example, for the past 3 years, I've been working as a UI/UX designer. অথবা, for the past 5 years, I've been working as a software engineer. আর একটা ইম্পর্টেন্ট বিষয়, শুধু আপনি কি কাজ করেছেন সেটা বলবেন না। আপনি কি রেজাল্ট তৈরি করেছেন সেটাও বলুন। যেমন, Our campaign increased social media engagement by around 40%. এখানে ইন্টারভিউয়ার একটা মেজারেবল রেজাল্ট শুনছে। এটা আপনার আনসারকে অনেক স্ট্রঙ্গার করে। So remember, education, experience, achievement. Thank you. Now let me ask you another question. Why are you looking for a new job? I've learned a lot in my current role, and I'm very grateful for the experience. However, I feel ready for a bigger challenge. I want to take on more responsibility. I also want to work on larger projects and learn from experienced professionals. I've been following your company for some time, and I really like the work you're doing. I believe my skills are a good match for this position, and I see this role as a great opportunity for professional growth. I appreciate that answer, and I'm glad you focused on your future rather than criticizing your current company. Thank you, sir. I believe every job teaches us something valuable. এখানে একটা very important interview lesson আছে। যদি ইন্টারভিউয়ার জিজ্ঞেস করে, Why are you looking for a new job? অথবা, Why do you want to leave your current job? কখনো বলবেন না, My boss is terrible. My company is bad. I don't like my colleagues. My salary is too low. ইন্টারভিউয়ে এগুলো অ্যাভয়েড করুন। Instead, focus on your growth. একটা খুব ইউজফুল সেন্টেন্স হলো, I feel ready for a bigger challenge. মানে, আমি মনে করি আমি আরও বড় চ্যালেঞ্জ নেওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত। আরেকটা ইউজফুল সেন্টেন্স, I'm looking for an opportunity where I can grow professionally. মানে, আমি এমন একটি অপরচুনিটি খুঁজছি যেখানে আমি প্রফেশনালি গ্রো করতে পারব। মনে রাখবেন, Don't talk badly about your past. Talk about your future. Let's move on. What would you say is your greatest strength? I would say my greatest strength is adaptability. I'm comfortable learning new tools and processes. For example, when my previous company introduced a new marketing platform, I learned how to use it quite quickly. Later, I also helped some of my colleagues learn the platform. That's good. Can you give me another example? Sure. There was a time when our team had to change the campaign strategy at the last minute. Instead of getting stressed, I quickly learned what needed to change. Then, I helped the team adjust the content and schedule. We were able to launch the campaign on time. Excellent. That shows adaptability and teamwork. Thank you. Now let's talk about something a little more difficult. What is your biggest weakness? One area I'm currently working on is time management. Sometimes I focus too much on small details because I want the final result to be perfect, and occasionally that can slow me down. However, I've become much better at managing it. Now I set clear priorities and deadlines. I also use time management tools to make sure I stay on track. That's a thoughtful answer. So you're aware of the problem and you're actively working on it. Exactly. I believe improvement starts with self-awareness. এই প্রশ্নটা অনেক ক্যান্ডিডেটের কাছে scary. What is your biggest weakness? অনেকে বলে, I don't have any weakness. Don't say that. কারণ interviewer জানেন আপনি perfect নন. Instead, use this simple formula. Weakness, action, improvement. প্রথমে একটা realistic weakness বলুন. তারপর বলুন আপনি কিভাবে সেটা improve করছেন. যেমন, sometimes I focus too much on small details. এটা হলো weakness. তারপর action. Now I set clear priorities and deadlines. এটা হলো action. এভাবে interviewer বুঝতে পারবেন আপনি self-aware এবং continuously improving. Okay, here's another question. How do you handle pressure and tight deadlines? When I'm under pressure, I try to stay calm. First, I identify the most important tasks. Then, I break the work into smaller steps. After that, I set priorities and deadlines. If I'm working with a team, I communicate clearly about responsibilities. I believe good planning and communication can make stressful situations much easier. Can you give me a real example? Certainly. In my previous job, we once had only 3 days to prepare a campaign. Normally, that kind of campaign would take about a week. So, I divided the work into smaller tasks. I assigned responsibilities to different team members. Then, I created a simple timeline. We focused on the most important tasks first, and we successfully completed the campaign on time. Very good. That's a strong example. এখানে আমরা একটা powerful interview technique দেখতে পাচ্ছি. এটার নাম STAR method. S stands for situation. T stands for task. A stands for action. R stands for result. ধরুন interviewer জিজ্ঞেস করলেন, Tell me about a time when you worked under pressure. আপনি শুধু বলবেন না, I work well under pressure. Instead, একটা real example দিন. First, situation. What happened? Then, task. What did you need to do? Then, action. What did you actually do? And finally, result. What happened in the end? রাহুলের এক্সাম্পলে সিচুয়েশন ছিল 3 দিনের ডেডলাইন, অ্যাকশন ছিল কাজগুলো ভাগ করা, টাইমলাইন তৈরি করা, আর রেজাল্ট, we successfully completed the campaign on time. Excellent! এই স্ট্রাকচার আপনি অনেক ইন্টারভিউ কোয়েশ্চেনের অ্যান্সারে ব্যবহার করতে পারবেন. Now, why should we hire you? I believe you should hire me because I bring practical experience, adaptability, and a strong willingness to learn. I already have experience managing campaigns and working with different teams, but I'm also someone who enjoys learning new things. If I join your company, I'll bring my existing skills. At the same time, I'll make an effort to understand your customers, your processes, and your business goals. Most importantly, I want to contribute to the team and grow with the company. That's a strong answer. Why should we hire you? এখানে শুধু বলবেন না, because I'm hardworking. Everyone says that. Instead, connect your skills with the company's needs. আপনি কি পারেন? আপনি কি achieve করেছেন? এবং আপনি কোম্পানিকে কিভাবে হেল্প করতে পারবেন? এই 3টা বিষয় আপনার অ্যান্সারে রাখুন. Where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years? In the next 3 to 5 years, I'd like to become a more experienced marketing professional. I'd like to take responsibility for larger projects. I'd also like to develop stronger leadership and strategic skills. But my goal isn't simply to get a higher position. I want to become someone who can create measurable results and help the team achieve its goals. Very good. That's a realistic goal. Well, I think that covers most of my questions. Before we finish, do you have any questions for me? Yes, sir, I do.
Could you please tell me what a typical day looks like for someone in this position? That's an excellent question. A typical day involves working with the marketing team, reviewing campaign performance, attending planning meetings, and communicating with different departments. There's also a lot of room for creative thinking. That sounds very interesting. May I ask one more question? Of course. What would you consider the most important quality for someone to succeed in this position? I would say adaptability and communication. Things can change quickly in our industry.
That's great to hear. Thank you for explaining that. You're very welcome. Thank you for your time. Great job! এখন আপনার turn. আমি question করব, আপনি answer দিবেন. Ready? Tell me about yourself. আপনার name, education, experience, এবং strength বলুন. Excellent. Why do you want to join our company? Think about your career goals. Very good. What is your greatest strength? Give one example. Excellent. What is your biggest weakness? Remember, weakness, action, improvement. Good. Do you have any questions for me? Don't say no. Try this. Could you please tell me what a typical day looks like in this position? Excellent work. You don't need perfect English. You need clear English, confidence, and practice. If you make a mistake, keep speaking. One sentence at a time. One answer at a time. I'm ready for my next interview. Are you? Good luck. See you in the next lesson. Goodbye.